Hi, Bill Barber here. We're with BC Games today, and we're taking a look at Gunslinger. What we're going to do is we're going to go over each individual card type. So you have special cards, defense cards, attack cards, and item cards. Each one of these functions differently within the game. We're going to go over each one individually as a group. Item cards are the way that you either do damage to a player at a higher rate, or they're the way that you defend damage from another player. So if we split that up, you're going to have Dynamite sitting there on its own. It's a special card. You're going to have the sawed-off shotgun, the Peacemaker, and the revolver are all of your primary weapons. You're going to have a good book and a barrel, and then you're going to have this brawl weapon, the knife. They're all kind of in their own sections, their own categories. The barrel literally just adds 2 points of health to you. It sits in front of you until you decide as the player that it takes damage. There are no cards that can just take away this damage. You have to choose to absorb the damage with it. If you don't take it off your barrel and you choose to take that hit with your regular life points, that's on you as a player. The good book is a little bit more of an involved card. It has multiple functions both in this and the expansion Gambler. So right here, we're going to look at the item, brawl, defense. So this card has to be on the field. As with all other item cards, they must be on the field in order to do their function. They cannot be played from their hand to the table and then do something. They have to already be there. The good book, this item deals 1 additional heart of damage when accompanied by any card with the word punch in the name. That is specifically for the game Gambler. Now, it does not affect Gunslinger if you're playing it individually. Now, you may discard a good book from play to negate all damage from 1 attack. Now, that is effective within Gunslinger. The good book will not negate damage from Dynamite or sawed-off shotgun. Now, later editions will say any shotgun, but this edition does say sawed-off shotgun. Now, right here we're going to take a look at the good book will negate damage, or the good book will negate damage from 1 source. So if we have a double tap or a shoot, it may affect those cards a little differently. For instance, a good book will stop a shoot card. Just stop it cold, no damage will come through. It doesn't matter whether or not you're playing it with the Peacemaker or with the revolver, and as it states on the good book, it cannot be used against the shotgun. But double tap, for instance, fires 2 shots simultaneously, and the good book only negates 1 of those shots, so it either negates 1 or 2 damage depending on whether or not you're using the revolver or the Peacemaker. So the second shot from double tap does come through. Good book does not negate the entire card. We'll move on to Knife. Knife is a very special card in Gunslinger. It's more effective when we get into Gambler, but it is very good in Gunslinger. If you can have this card out at the very end of the game, you actually win. Take a look at the text. It says this item deals 1 additional heart of damage when used with a brawl attack card. Now, a brawl attack card is the tackle card and right here the disarm card. Both of those cards are brawl attacks, and you add 1 point of damage to either tackle or disarm if you have the knife equipped. It doesn't even have to be your active weapon, just equipped. Okay? So that's that part of it. And then in the event, if the game ends in a tie and you have this weapon equipped, you win. That's the final sentence on Knife, and one of the famous reasons to bring a knife to a gunfight is if everyone runs out of bullets, you can just shank your enemy and you win anyway. Okay? So let's move on. We have Dynamite. Dynamite is the other special card that's an item. Dynamite is literally the last stand, last defense, or the opening salvo to almost every game I ever play. When a player is near death or a player just wants to cause utter chaos, they light a stick of dynamite and throw it in the middle of all the gunslingers. It's very effective. I've seen entire groups of players go down to it, and the final 2 that are standing after the smoke clear get to duke it out. But essentially what happens with this card is it doesn't actually attack any one player, it attacks all players. So if we take a read, it says this item deals 3 hearts of damage to all gunslingers at the end of the next round. So when it's played, it just goes to the center of the table, the round ends, and at the end of the following round, the last thing that happens is dynamite blows up and all of the players at the table take additional 3 hearts of damage. You can trick shot this card and turn it over just like a disarm. We're going to cover disarms and trick shots in another video, and we will include the play for dynamite. As we continue to read it, they can actually pick up that card and play it again, but again, that will be covered in a separate video because it's a very special scenario. Finally, we have our last 3 cards in the game. The revolver is your starting weapon. It does 1 heart of damage. Very simple. The Peacemaker, okay, is used as an upgraded revolver. It does 2 hearts of damage, works in conjunction with a number of cards. And we have the sawed-off shotgun, which is one of the higher level functioning weapons of the game, and it does either 2 or 3 hearts of damage. Okay? And the last thing that you need to be aware of in this game is that there is a special rule in there that says that at any point in time, you may pick any card out of your hand, and you may play that card face down as a shoot card. So if you have nothing but defenses and specials in your hand and you need a card to play, remember that you can play a card face down, and that is a shoot card. You can actually do that off of a combat roll or any other function where you need to play a shoot card. You can simply take a card, play it face down. It is now a shoot card doing 1 heart of damage from your active range weapon. Thank you very much. Have a good one.